I was right. Number 2, stitch bodice front lining to bodice back lining sections at shoulders. So, exactly what I thought. Aren't I smart? Well, no, I'm not smart. I've just been doing it for so long. One of the first things I made was a skirt. And the pockets went like this instead of like this. They were like this. So, I've made every conceivable mistake out there. All right, so these are the front pieces. Let's turn them this way, or maybe over here. All right. I hope you can see me. I've got the camera turned around, so it looked like it was facing the right way. This whole video may be completely blah. That didn't look right. Yeah, that looks better. I don't know. Let me look here something. Yeah, that's correct. Y'all, Project Hail Mary is streaming on Prime. But you got to pay $19.99, and I just won't do it. I wait and wait and wait and wait, and when it gets down to about $5.99, then I'll do it. There's no way I'm doing it. I do want to buy it on DVD, though. I could buy it on digital. It's $25. It's probably the same amount on DVD, but I don't know. I've only got one movie that I've bought on streaming. I just like to have them, and if you look over there, which you can't because you can't turn my camera around. I've got a ton of DVDs that I find at the thrift store because nothing makes me madder than wanting to watch a movie that I watched a long time ago, like say Jaws, and they want me to pay $5.99 to watch it. I'm like, no, it came out in the 70s. What's wrong with you? And I won't do it. So all the movies that I like to go back and rewatch, and there's a bunch, Sabrina, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, National Treasure, and National Treasure 2. Please tell me there's going to be a 3. So I buy them and then I watch them for like the $1.50 I paid for the DVD. So on you money grubbers. Let's do it again. Ah, baby, come on. And this is named Big Boy because he's my heavy duty. I name my machines. I know, it's just weird. I have not named my embroidery machine or my serger, but my other one's a baby lock, so that's called Baby Girl, and this is Big Boy. I had one that somebody gave me, brand new in the box, and they sent a letter with it saying that the Lord just impressed them to give it to me, and it was at a time when I had been sewing from home trying to make extra money because we were in a bad situation, and I didn't tell anybody that I needed another machine because I was actually doing alterations for a dry cleaners, and it was like piles of stuff, and I had one machine, and I thought, oh, if this machine breaks down, I got no backup. And in my mind, I never spoke it out loud, but in my mind, I thought I really need a backup, and I had one in mind. Guess what was in that box? That one that I had in mind that I had not told a single soul, but the Lord knew that's the one I needed. So that one, it said, consider this machine God hugs from God, or God hugs. So that one was God's hug. I never yelled at that machine. Sometimes I'll yell at these guys, but I always apologize. What is... See, that was me just doing the tie-off stitch. When I pushed that button, it did it. All right, let's come up. All right. All right, just for giggles, let's just see if I do that again. All right, it's got to be the connection of the cord into the machine, because every time I do that, it starts. Oh, it's always something. I'm so happy for those ladies that have those super expensive machines that never give them a problem. Aren't you lucky? There's no way I can give $3,000 for a sewing machine. Oh, that's a little puckery, but it's the lining. It's not gonna matter. Let it go. All right, so I've done that. Step number 2. Step number 3. Turn seam allowance on lower edges of bodice linings. Press, trim. Yeah, that's important. With right sides together, pin lining to, okay. With right sides together, pin lining to bodice, stitch neck and armhole. Neck and armhole. All right, so just the neck and armhole. But I got to keep in the back of my mind, I'm making a vest. So I got to remember that. I have a fly in here. He will be dealt with. I'll be back.